The bar went dead quiet when the biker tore open the shirt of a black waitress, revealing a Marine Corps tattoo that stopped everyone cold. A bottle shattered on the hardwood floor of Rusty's tavern, its sharp crash slicing through the chatter like a gunshot. The air tightened. "Think you're untouchable, huh?" growled Vince Rattler Malone, his meaty hand clutching the collar of petite Amara Jones. Her dark skin glistened under the dim lights, her worn sneakers planted firm, her braided hair pulled tight. She kept her eyes down, counting the glass shards scattered across the floor. The reek of whiskey and menace hung heavy as Malone leaned in close. "This place pays us to keep it standing, or it burns. Your call, darling." Malone's rattlesnake tattoo seemed to slither with his breath. His crew, the Dust Devils, had rolled into Rusty's at 9 p.m. On a chilly October evening in 2026, their motorcycles roaring like thunder outside the small-town bar in Redstone, Nevada. The regulars' factory workers in faded jackets, truckers nursing beers, a retired couple, and a trio of veterans with unit pins stenced. At a corner table, Sheriff Clara Holt, 58, her face lined like old leather, set her coffee down, her hand hovering near her phone. Behind the bar, 23-year-old Nate Carter polished glasses, his hands moving faster than necessary. "Those are the guys who torched that diner in Carson," Nate whispered to Amara, who only nodded, folding napkins with surgical precision. Malone swaggered in like he owned the place, his shaved head gleaming, his smile too slick. "We'll have some drinks, then talk business," he said, the word business dripping with threat. His crew fanned out, one by the jukebox, two at the pool table, one at the back door, three along the bar. Every exit covered. Amara's eyes scanned the room, noting positions, gaps, blind spots, her training kicking in like a reflex. She stepped forward, steady as a tightrope walker. "What can I get you, gentlemen?" A leering Dust Devil slapped her hip as she passed, snarling, "Smile right, girl." The air grew heavier, thick with unspoken prejudice. Amara shifted back, deliberate but subtle, and said nothing. Nate started to rise, but Amara's glance stopped him, a quick, sharp shake of her head. "Don't." She served beers, collected cash, placed straws with care, never turning her back to the door for more than 3 seconds. "Where's Rusty?" Malone barked. "We got business. He's in Reno till Friday," Amara replied, her voice flat as a ledger. "I'm just covering." Malone flicked his lighter, the flame dancing in his eyes. "Tell him $6,000 a month keeps this place safe. Faulty wires, gas leaks, things go bad fast." Amara wiped a spotless table, grounding herself. "I'll pass it on." Malone's grin twisted. "Smart girl. Keep it proper." The word proper carried a sting, laced with bias. A Dust Devil sneered. "That your real hair?" Two patrons looked away, their silence sharper than words. 20 minutes later, a glass hit the floor, and the Dust Devils tightened their circle. Sheriff Holt shifted her chair, her thumb brushing her phone. Nate arranged bottles to steady his hands. Malone's voice turned oily. "We're generous, you know. Convince Rusty, and you'll get a cut. Minimum wage plus tips ain't much for someone like you." The phrase "someone like you" landed like a brick. Amara met his gaze, her brown eyes steady. "Thanks. I'm good where I am." Malone's grip tightened on her arm, hard enough to bruise. "Take your hand off her," Sheriff Holt ordered, her voice pure authority, no badge needed. Malone smirked. "You're off duty. 10 against 1. Sit down." Chair scraped. The three veterans stood, their unit pins glinting. One rolled up his sleeve, revealing a Marine Eagle tattoo. "Clara, it's fine," Amara said softly. "They're leaving soon." She measured Malone's breath, the angle of his stance. He leaned closer, his breath sour. "What's your deal? Think you're better than us, or forgot your place?" "Your place cut like a blade." His hand yanked her collar. Nate gripped a bat behind the counter. Sheriff Holt inched forward, then froze. Amara pivoted, weight low, arms ready, trained for combat. "Call Rusty now," Malone snapped, "or this gets ugly." "Can't," Amara said, voice taut. "Then R.I.P." Her shirt tore open, revealing a black tank top and a tattoo that silenced the room. An eagle, globe, and anchor, ringed by scars. The jukebox went quiet. Every eye locked on the Inc. USMC, First Force Recon. Amara stood taller, her presence a storm's edge. Malone's fist froze, still clutching fabric. He stared, piecing together his mistake. Sheriff Holt exhaled, almost laughing. Force recon. Amara turned, letting the room see. Mr. Malone, you owe me an apology for ruining my shirt. The silence roared. From a shadowed corner, a silver-haired man stood. Colonel James Reed, retired. Gunnery Sergeant Jones, Ramadi, 2005. I remember you. Amara's shoulders squared, her chin dipping in respect. Reporting, sir. A woman at the bar, Lila Torres, a nurse, spoke up. Navy corpsman, Camp Bastion. I saw you come in, burns, bullet wounds, shrapnel. That's who you grabbed, Malone. The back door rattled as two dust devils edged away, but the three veterans blocked their path, their presence alone closing the exits. Malone stammered. We didn't know she was. Amara cut him off. Was what? A Marine? A woman? Black? Or all three? Sheriff Holt stepped forward. MS. Jones, want me to file assault charges with a hate element? Amara scanned the room, a mix of faces, stories, colors. Not yet. If Malone and his crew leave now, never come back, and end their racket. Right now. Malone glanced at the cameras, the tattoo, the witnesses. We'll leave. Amara's voice sharpened. On your knees. Apologize for touching me, tearing my shirt, threatening these people, and your slurs. Malone dropped, his voice hoarse. I'm sorry for assaulting you, ruining your shirt, threatening everyone, and my racist words. We won't be back. No one clapped. Silence was enough. The dust devils slunk out, their bikes fading into the night. Amara folded her torn shirt like a battle map, steadying the room. Colonel Reed approached. You did right, Gunny. She smiled, rankless. Call me Amara here. Lila brought flowers, promising a veteran's corner. A chalkboard went up, zero tolerance for hate. Respect in word and deed. Sheriff Holt announced a workshop on bystander intervention. Extract, delegate, document, delay, direct. Amara taught the room to breathe, to stand, to act without violence. By week's end, Rusty's wasn't just a bear, it was a sanctuary. A memorial wall grew with photos, patches, and a purple heart Amara placed in a frame, a gift from Lila, who remembered her from a medevac. Veterans Night became a ritual, connecting stories across oceans, like a mother and daughter in Iraq naming their child Amara. But the dust devils didn't vanish. One rainy night, Malone returned, a gas-soaked rag in hand, a kid at his side. Amara stood in the doorway, extinguisher ready, her voice cutting through the storm. Drop it. Step into the light. Sheriff Holt's cruisers arrived, cuffs snapping shut. The kid, Ethan, chose the light, later washing dishes at Rusty's, learning the 5DS. Malone faced trial, his slurs and threats on record, earning 8 years. Amara didn't celebrate, she poured coffee, hung photos, and built peace, layer by layer, with a community that stood as one. What would you do if prejudice sparked in your space? Would you confront, distract, or walk away? How far would you go to protect your community? Words, actions, or both? Share your thoughts below, like, and subscribe for more stories that challenge and inspire.